Hey everyone, this time on Tim Talks Audio, we go over note effects, more specifically the arpeggiator inside Studio One. Recently on Facebook, I received a comment asking to go a little bit more in depth with the arpeggiator when we're working with Midi. So let's dive into the DAW and take a look at how we can change some rhythm with some basic chords. So here we are inside the session, and it sort of looks like a lot, but I'll be honest, all of these different stacks of MIDI information is all the same chord progression. I didn't do anything different. And this one right here is just a little drum pattern I put together. I'm even going to make it blue like I normally have it. So, like I said, all of the other MIDI that's going on is just real simple pad chords over this drum loop that I made. Let's take a quick listen. So there's not a lot of variance and there's not a lot of movement going on. And really, this whole song is very stagnant to me. But I think with this part right here, this organy synthy piano, we can put an arpeggiator on and we'll just kind of cycle through some presets and make it have some movement of its own. So if you don't already know, you have to have your browser open on the side. And underneath Instruments, you'll have Note Effects right here. Sometimes it'll be buried like this, but we'll open it up, and right here is the arpeggiator. If we just drag it in, it's going to be to the default setting, or you can expand it down and grab any one of the already made presets. Let's start from 0, and I'll just pull over the defaults. When we drop it on, this is how it looks as a default, and we'll very quickly go over a couple of the controls. If you want to change the octave range that the arpeggiator can travel, you go right here. Here is the speed of the arpeggiator and the rate of it, I should say. Down here, you can add a little swing to your arpeggiator. Then here are the buttons of the directions of the arpeggiator. This is just a stepped up. This is a stepped down. This is a down to up to down, etc., etc., etc. Then this area here is your main area for the arpeggiator. If we were going to open this up and say that our pattern is 8, we could also come into here and modify all of these things, like the length of this note here, or the gate of it, and the overall level of each step in the arpeggiator. So I've totally just randomized this by clicking around. And let's take a listen to what it did. I'm going to fast forward right to the start here, and we'll take a listen. So it's changed what the notes are doing because it's just chords. And when you do chords into an arpeggiator, the arpeggiator takes all those notes and plays them at different increments according to whatever your settings are. So let's bang through a couple of the presets and see what some of them sound like. So I actually kind of like what this first preset was doing. Let's take another quick listen. It creates a bit more movement on just these simple chords that are going on. So it's really giving some life to this part that was very easily put in. Okay, so that's the arpeggiator, and I didn't show you before, but this is actually just going through another preset from the Midi. But maybe you're not using Midi. Maybe you're using a different synth software that's out there. I have a few other ones open right now. It says Contact 5. Ignore that. But it is Contact. Maybe on one of these channels, I also want an arpeggiator happening. An arpeggiator isn't just for Presonus instruments. You can use any one of these on any software instrument. So now this track also has the arpeggiator. I use the same preset because why not? When you're messing around with your software synths and you're looking to add the arpeggiator, it's very easy to just drag it onto whatever track you need it to be on, and it can be on any software synth that's out there. It doesn't need to be one of the native ones inside Presonus. It could be any of the third-party ones as well, provided that you have the third-party add-on and those extra synths. That's all for now. If you found anything informative, please like and share the video. For more, visit timflansbaum.com, and if you have a question, ask it in a comment, and I'll answer it in a future video. Thanks for watching.